Day 150, 22:00. Time for the first in history vPopulus Cafe. Oh my god, how difficult it is. Is it already recording, Klaus?
Yeah, for.
Whoops. But, well, first things first, so next time it should be way easier. Give me just a couple of seconds to start. Today, our hosts are. Hey, it's now the moment where you say your nickname.
Hello, everyone. Today our hosts are Klav and For. Welcome to first vPopulus Cafe. Like we said on our insider, this is meant to be a pretty informal conversation between developers and the community. Whomever wants to join, they can talk with us on Discord, and we'll add it to this conversation. We have some basic topics that we want to cover during this cafe, but we are open to every type of discussion.
Any question would be appreciated.
Yeah, sure.
I for one just stick to posted birds on the chat of cafe. Well, we already have a first question from Gonzalo Pires. I guess it's it in Portuguese, I guess. So
Never mind. Let's stick to the Populus questions.
okay.
So, what was the first thing? Oh, we are about to add in-game missions in the Populus, and we should have a small chat about the impacts of these missions and maybe some ideas for more missions that we'll host. So the overall idea of in-game missions is that whenever a player joins, they have a set of missions. For example, to train 5 days in a row, fight 5 times every day, stuff like this. So they little by little, they understand everything of the Populous world. And once they are done with the first tier missions, we will have more tiers, second tiers and third and fourth missions, so people can actually have like set goals. For example, have 10 war hero medals and stuff like this. So it's all not only for new players, but it's also for veteran players.
Yeah, for in my opinion, it's a very good idea. It comes as it diverses a little the typical WTF type of style of playing. You know, work, train, fight.
Yeah, of course, and
They rather customize the gameplay for the specified players, for new ones, for old ones, for for CP, for presidents, for army leaders, even for dictators.
yeah, the hardest part of these missions are it's actually a lot of work, not in terms of coding because that's not my work to do, but in terms of planning because you have to plan everything and we have to take a lot of things into consideration. So we don't have missions that can easily mess up with the in-game economy or currency or something like this. So we can only reward gold and experience at these missions, or maybe some one or two weapons or food at the new missions, the first tier ones.
Well, one of our viewers, Mateusz Puścian, said, well-planned missions may help new players to start, with or even without active communities. It sounds for me a little risky, but possible.
Yeah, it's true. It's true because I think one of the problems we face in the populace right now is that some countries don't really have leaders, or they have leaders, but they don't really care about the new players and they don't really try anything. So the new players that we'll eventually get, because we do some marketing campaigns and vPopulus and Chrome Store and stuff like this, those players will eventually leave because there is nobody to welcome them. And with missions, they at least will learn about it, about the game, and maybe they'll stick playing. Just something else off topic. We said before that we know it's really late, I mean early, for Australian community, but we aim to have at least 2 vPopulus Cafe per month. So we'll do this one at European time, and we'll try to, I mean by night time in vPopulus, and we'll try to have another one in morning in vPopulus. So I don't know, like prime time after 8 p.m. on Australia. So Australia doesn't get out of vPopulus cafes. Okay, let's go. Let's keep going.
Okay. Well, should I say more about the idea of missions?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, let's
Well,
talk
maybe.
about it.
Well, I just started wondering if maybe the missions will actually start force somehow making the communities for countries which are fighting for months to be in the game. You remember the prime time of France's candidature where they for 9 people had 11 Discord servers.
Yeah, I don't really remember this, but I believe you. Yeah, because everyone wants to take over a country, but that's why we are taking measures that we only add new countries if they have native leaders from that country, that they can develop the country and they at least have some kind of plan that they should follow to gather more players. Because in the end, it's all about the bubbles. It's always have been about community, and this is the community is the reason we are doing these cafes, and everyone is about it. So we need to find alternative ways to start communities, even if people don't know each other in real life or from other games or stuff like
Yeah.
this. So if we had, for example, a mission, we have a list of missions, but I don't know it by heart. If we had, for example, some missions that is to send to start a group message with 5 other players from the same country, it would be pretty cool if they reply.
Yeah, I agree. So, let us be. Let's see. We have only about 20 countries, and we regularly get some tickets about people please asking us for adding the specified country like Albania or Czechia or best Korea, whatever Korea it is in real life. But making a country for a one person
Yeah, it's really
is
bad
not
because
that risky.
it's
It's
not about.
risky though.
Yeah, because it's only the issue is that it will ruin the future citizens of the country. So prospective citizens that wants to join the country will be already active, but without government whatsoever. Take example, I say this because I know. Look at Portugal. Portugal doesn't have president. Portugal doesn't really have a president for about 2 months or something like this. So even if Portuguese players join, they don't have anybody to welcome them. They don't have. They have a couple of tutorials, but they have no activity whatsoever, so they will eventually leave.
Remember Dragan?
Uh, Romanian guy?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
first dictator of vPopulus.
We don't really allow dictators in game.
We shouldn't, but you know, in there are countries where presidents got his fourth or fifth presidency in a row, so it looks kindly like a dictator.
Oh well. So does anybody wants to join and talk with us about this topic, or wants to throw some
Well,
question
we
ideas?
have a question from Fanta X Gaming
Yes.
/ CS double colon go videos about leaking the activation country list. Hmm.
No,
If
it's
we
all the countries in the world are up to be active as long as they have a community to back them up. If there's a community to bootstrap the country, we will add it. It's pretty quickly to add another country.
Yeah, as far as I know, when I heard about a player from Kazakhstan who trying to want making his country, I already did his country on the map.
Yeah. See, Ford is nice. He's a nice guy. He
We
did
we
Kazakhstan.
only need an information, and then the decision is yours. Will you make a community, gather players to make your country survive?
Yeah, I don't think Kazakhstan is the best example for this.
Still better than still better than the weirder one. Still better than Timor Leste. Still,
I don't know. It's about the same because they don't. Neither of them has possibility to actually start a country.
okay,
Um,
looks like I have a little connected question from Nigrum Ludeum. Why did I stop writing an announcement? Well, it was really great to see that.
yeah, for why?
Good question.
Well, guess
Maybe,
what?
maybe there is 2 or 3 reasons. One of them is my my focusing my focusing to work because situation got a little tricky, and I needed more euros. So, well, you know the drill. But wherever I will get a little more time, then you will have announcements, and heck, you will get also, well, V-ball, whenever it will be called V-soccer or V-football. So, you know, I only need time.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I think
Well,
I can
in
speak
case
for
of V,
everyone.
whoa. In case of V-ball, I only need a more stable internet connection to do the streams. So, well, that's why you are the host of vPop Cafe Club.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, about why we should start 2 or 3 countries for new players without homeland. Yeah,
From Koala.
we have Japan, we have Taiwan. It's 2 countries who started without a community. We have China, and we have a couple of other countries who don't even have a country president. So I don't think that's an issue. If
Wait, I think Koala didn't mean that. He proposed us to. He asked us, could we propose for new players about 2 or 3 recommended countries? So if they didn't want to join a specified country, they may temporarily got into the game for temporary, as for example an American or as Polish player.
well, I didn't understand. I still haven't understood. So
How to describe this differently? Let's see. Let's say we have a totally new player from Mozambique or any random country which isn't in the game at the
yeah.
moment. He wants to join the game, but don't and sees the 20 available countries. We know so which countries are alive, which countries are barely alive, which countries are not alive at all. The thing is, he doesn't know that. So if he will accidentally join the country which is barely alive or no alive at all, then well, he ruined his own gameplay.
I think that's kind of. I understand the point, but I think it's a bit overcomplicating everything. If they really want to start a country, they can just. In the register form, we say that if you want to start a country and it's not added in game, please contact administration. And we explain them every step, and we are pretty cool with them talking about adding new countries. So I don't see that as a needed feature.
Okay. Well, we have already two another questions.
Yes.
One about the topic you very dislike from Sharks. Why Bio was banned? Then he get this citizen back.
I don't even know who is Bio, but okay.
Bio the is the guy from Argentina. May I continue?
Yeah.
Affiliated with ACPP, that organization which had about
Yeah.
we banned about at least about 70 multis bots.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So he got banned and.
He got banned and he got unbanned
Okay.
at
And
the moment.
what is the question
Mostly
about it?
because the language differences.
Yeah, and
You know I don't know.
Yes.
You know I don't. I can't speak Portuguese.
Yeah.
and he was
In
speaking
Argentina, they
only
don't speak
Portuguese or
Portuguese; they
Spanish.
speak Spanish. But yeah, okay. And what is the question? Why it was unbanned? Because after further investigation, he wasn't related with multi accounts. Okay. Next question.
Bulato proposes to turn Taiwan into wastelands.
Yeah, that's actually a good topic, but we need to think a lot about this because if when we start adding countries that are active into wastelands, it will be
First
it
there
will
is
change a
one
lot of
big
things.
problem about that because that making a country back into wastelands will force a li- will force to reorganize the map.
It's not
You
about
mean for
the
we
problem is not about
if
reorganizing the map. The problem is about companies that are there, citizens that are the country citizenship. It's about the country, other countries that conquered regions from a country that is now a wasteland. What will happen to them? It's a very complex
that's
question.
why that's why I am saying reorganizing the map because reorganizing the map of that country to turn it back into wasteland will make all these things you mentioned.
Yeah. Okay. That's way more complex than we can solve right now. I mean, during this cafe. And it's not even
Yeah,
on the topic. We can talk about it, but it's not even on the topic. This is about 1/3 of the length that it should be, and we talked about missions. But yeah, that's the whole.
yeah.
But that's the whole point of this.
But
It's not
still,
having anything
still,
significant.
still about the turning a country back into wastelands, there is one very funny situation if which we can see because all the countries with high iron seems to be barely alive, and if we were to turn Taiwan back to a wasteland, we have to turn them too. So we will have a situation in which we don't we wouldn't have any high iron region in the world.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's okay. We won't do it until we find a good alternative to removing the countries. So, uh, any next question? Are you're checking YouTube questions? I'm actually on Discord.
Okay, getting from YouTube.
Okay.
I think last question before next part of cafe. So from player, from viewer, proba. Clough, I want to be admin. Can I?
Sure. Just added you, man. Congrats. Just
Congrats for proba.
yeah, just log into admin panel and you're there. When is the next reset? I don't know. The whole point, and we explained this before. The whole point, we didn't start vPopulus Zeta because we really wanted to. We started it because players asked for it. So uh, it's Zeta for a reason, and it won't be, another reset. So if it's gone, and we'll forget about vPopulus, and it's done.
Well, we had to go to the next topic, but the questions are coming. Again from Nigrum Ludeum.
Yeah.
He thinks that about the wars in small countries. Because they want, if a small country wants to make a normal battle each day without any incomes, they will be bankrupt very soon.
Not really. The small
So
countries started with the same amount of big countries, and the most thing big countries spends money on is companies and declaring wars and attacking regions. If a small country is that small and doesn't have population, they will need less companies, and they will declare less wars and attack less regions. Uh, okay, and maybe see that as an opportunity for a small country to become a big country, a larger country, and start gathering some citizens. Also, we are doing some events, so all types of countries
Yeah,
can actually
events.
get money. So
Events. That's the next topic of cafe.
we are trying to recruit everyone to so they can work together with us. So we create a baby boom in all the countries, at least in some countries that are interested in it. In so right now, if there are any small countries, it's because nobody wants to even try to make them larger countries and try to make a baby boom. So that's not really anything to complain about.
Yeah, at the moment we know at least one country with successful baby booms. Serbia.
Yeah.
They did a good baby boom twice.
Yeah, Serbia is pretty good. People complain about, oh my god, Serbia is going to ruin the game because, oh my god, they have so many citizens. Well, yeah, they try to get those citizens. They work to get those citizens. So it's
They
not.
paid
Yeah, but
to start those campaigns.
yeah, it's not about the question of money because if we can also vPopulus us some money and we can use that money
You
to
heard
start
Nemanja, the
a
first
marketing
president of
campaign.
Serbia.
The first thing that
How
we need is not money, is people who are willing to work with us to start a baby boom.
when I heard how what Nemanja did, Nemanja, the first CP of Serbia in VPOP Zeta,
Yeah.
did to make this YouTube campaign, I thought he would he will not eat anything for at least a week. So that's that's a huge sacrifice, but it was worth it. It was worth it.
And also, this is kind of unfair, but it's not up to us. From Google Chrome, most of citizens who come to Google Chrome are from United States, England, and Australia. So this is not something that we have control over it because they are the most users use Chrome Store, and we have vPopulus app in Chrome Store. Um, so yeah, they have kind of easier task that they only have to welcome the players. They don't really have to get them because Chrome Store gets the players for them. But still, it's not easy either way. But
Yeah.
any more questions, or can we go for events?
Let's go to events then.
What's the question
Maybe
about events?
well, see, let's go to events. Let's explain the basics. Then let's have a little mind brainstorming session. Who knows? Maybe some players will have some interesting event ideas which may be implemented in the game. But first, let's say what is an event in this. So, actually, as you know, we had a we had a couple of weeks ago. I don't remember how long ago. So let's just say a couple of weeks. An event in which we defended the Eastwatch against the White Walkers. We somehow won. The people in Westeros didn't, though. LOL.
So yeah, and our idea is for us to make more events about the same. About different topics, about different modules of the game. So the reason we don't do damage events every month, it's because we don't want vPopulus to be only damage game that people mindless click on fight, fight, fight. We want to have more strategy, more. Remember that there are more modules than besides military module. So the one we are
Well,
trying.
also there is one little because if we would make the same type event after the same time event after the same time event, etc., those events would become stale,
Yeah, of
and
course.
that is a bad.
the events we are trying to have now, we still don't have all the details about it. We will reward countries who have the biggest growth in active citizen numbers. So this doesn't mean, okay, let's multi our way into this, because we will review the accounts, and the players actually need to be real players and active, not multi accounts who played one day in the first day. And we'll also give rewards on newspaper subscriptions and article votes. This will only be rewards to countries, not citizens, because at the moment I think countries need more gold to start movements and wars and campaigns than citizens.
Well, I personally I thought about some different different views about the events, but I agree with the basic. I think like the event should, at least at the moment, who knows, actually in the future it could change. At the moment it should benefit not only actually mostly the player, actually mostly the country in which player is, not the player itself.
Yeah, we are up to change that whenever we see fit. But for
Well,
now,
well, if we would make
hello.
well,
Okay.
well, if we would make some event which would benefit players and use it only a battle module, we would have a dozen of different approaching to the battle system. Like like something like a Splatfest from Splatoon, or a team competition, or something else with fighting. There are many possibilities, but for now we need to stick to the basics,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then if we will see some progress, then then we may start to making this weirder and weirder. Wow, a question for me. Yes, I had I had girlfriend.
Oh wow.
It well, I didn't I didn't knew if if questions will go a little personal, but I don't care.
Okay. About if anyone has ideas or more ideas for events, please talk with us, and because at the moment we do need ideas for further events.
There were ideas about some aspects of the game, but they were easily debunked because of the easy ways to abuse the
Yeah,
event.
of course. Uh, what's next for?
At the moment, no one said anything on the chat, so maybe we should look for the next topic, or maybe we should improvise and create a possible event on spot.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought I actually gave this some thought, and it's hard to come up with non-military events. We eventually we might have an economic event that it will be about the growth of GDP, but we are having some problems with macroeconomics features. But we will solve them maybe by next week. That
Well,
would be a nice event.
I said about improvising an event, and well, I just got a weird idea.
Surprise, surprise! Forgot a weird idea.
Well, but okay, well, to take some time, I will talk about it anyway, but it will it could be more a future like idea, not the current like idea because it focuses on players, not on countries.
It's what?
Well, actually, because the idea focuses a little bit more on players rather than benefits players rather than countries.
What's the idea?
Well, we may actually make something like a Splatfest from Splatoon series. You heard about Splatfest, Skids, and other Squid. Actually, no,
I don't know.
shooter from Nintendo, from the Wii and Switch.
What's the name?
Splatoon, Splatwon.
Splatoon.
And they have something called Splatfest. Basically, once per month, players are discussing about what is better, cats or dogs, mayo or ketchup, Autobots or Decepticons, and and those discussions are with winning specified battles. So how about we will allow a player to select a site in the specific battle,
Yes.
and then turn players against actually turn. Let's just say player has to select if he's a cat person or a dog person. He likes cats or dogs. And the players who decided they like cats are fighting in a battle against the players who decided they like dogs. Winners of the battle gets the reward, but to ensure the site will be rather, rather similar in size, the bigger the bigger site is, the smaller the reward.
Okay, let me start you right now because you're making my head hurt.
I know.
Maybe we can talk about this at later, but right now, really, what? I don't understand. Okay, uh, we don't
Well,
even have to make up time.
we have some another funny questions.
Yes.
For example, for you from Proba, when will you grow hair?
Ah, who says I don't have?
Now the guy is called Proba on YouTube. I don't know his in-game name.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I have hair. So, wow, nice question. Uh, what's next? No, I can actually show something that we've been working on for the last couple of
Show it.
days. Let me see if I can transmit it. Yes, it's working. So we had, if you all remember, we had an inventory page that we couldn't really. It was really big. We had inventory and food consumption, and you could only drink one juice at a time, and you couldn't only fight with the highest quality weapons and stuff like this. So we changed it all, so it's all under one category, which I will show. Let me just see if there's quality 2 weapons. There isn't. No.
So it did or
Can
it didn't.
No, can you go? I will show. This is the inventory page, which also allows to set food for the change. So you have here this is the hospital. We didn't change it. In here, we can see the amount of juices that we used. Let's, for example, drink 2 juices. And Wow, I drank 2 juices. Out of them, with one click. You have some messages here, and you can change the food that you will eat, and they change. For example, you see, it's 3 food, 3 quality, 1 food, or 3 wellness. Let's put 5 food, and they change, and 5 wellness, and they change. About yeah, and that's we can set the highest priority weapon, which this means that even if you have quality 5 weapons and you only want to use quality 1 weapons, you can choose it, and then you'll
Well, Gonzalo Pires asks,
wow.
can they register on test server?
Yes, actually they have the same account on test and on live version.
And now
Gonzalo
people will
Pires,
go into test server.
really, Gonzalo Pires, what are you doing here? You don't even play vPopulus. um, we are at a cafe, it's not supposed to be silence. Well, it's I think it's a feature that it's not a big change, but I think it's a pretty cool one because it puts everything under one category. It makes food consumption easier,
Yeah.
juices consumption easier, and it makes a whole new feature that you can choose the quality of weapon that you use.
Also, I think it will be better when we will get a special person for that, like, for that upgrade.
Yeah, I think this is a test version, but I think it's tested already. I just tested it, so we can publish it to live anytime now. We're also changing. Oh, this. Wait, which part of the cafe are we for? Are you going to talk about changes?
Looks like.
Okay. Yeah, this is one change. Some other change that we are doing is that we are finally going to change media Mongol message medal. So the first medal will start at 75 subscribers, and then it goes 75, 150, 250, and then every time double. Uh, this was pretty long awaited, and we have more. We have quite some other changes as well that I can go check. Keep talking for.
Uh, well, we have another question for Koala.
Yes.
What is your short-term purpose as the admin?
Short time, short term.
Yes.
That's a nice question. At the moment, we are trying to get as many players as we can because we really need to make the game grow so it's funnier for everyone because we should at this moment have 5,000 active players and we have about 3,000, so it's not enough, and we have some dead countries. Each country with less than 100 citizens, they cannot really experience vPopulus, not even in the smaller scale, because they won't have enough people to work in companies, they won't have enough people to actually fight and produce items and use exchange market and stuff like this. So we are really trying to impulse new countries into starting a community, which I said before we are trying to do along with our community, along with the, let's say, leaders of each country, community leaders of each countries. We are trying to collaborate together to start baby booms. We say this on vPopulus leaders channels, and we said it on insiders, and we are kind of waiting for people to actually suggest something to us so we can work together. For back to you,
Yeah,
maybe.
I'm here still, trying to recharge my mobile phone.
Do you agree? You don't agree?
Absolutely, I agree.
And
A question about citizens not dying.
yeah, it was fixed. We had some issue that if the citizen didn't start to eat food, he wouldn't lose wellness nor lose food. Now it's not like this. We changed it. It was a small bug with no. It didn't have that much big of an impact, but it had an impact that we shouldn't have any bugs, so it was fixed already. It's actually
Well,
assigned to
let's just
test.
say when you had was fixing the citizens not dying bug, I already in game died twice.
Sorry.
Don't mention it.
I didn't really understood what you meant, what you said.
I don't I don't understand myself either.
Ah, okay.
But
Uh, yeah, Mateus, we are making missions. We started this tutorial, this cafe, saying that you are going to add missions and the impact that it might have in vPopulus. We are working at on that as we speak, both on planning, doing the front end, doing the back end, because we are trying to put like a whole new module in game, and it's not that easy to do. If you want to help us trying to come up with ideas for missions and with the planning, please message me on Discord I will add you to the chat so we can all work together.
easy.
Yes.
But the problem
Also,
normally okay.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, go on, go on.
I was just saying that this will, for example, I don't know when Mateus joined Cafe. Uh, After we finish this, the video and the voice will be saved on YouTube, and they can be saw anytime. For
Yes.
go back to you. Does
Okay. What should I say
does
about
anyone
that?
wants to join us and talk with us, because it's fine. Uh, People can join us and chat voice with us
Yeah.
if they want. Don't be shy. We are not English natives either, and we understand each other. Yeah, Gonzalo Peter.
Hmm.
Please send me the fix for the CSS bugs. I'd be glad.
Hmm.
Actually,
So looks like no one wants to join us.
yeah, actually, I owe money to Peters. I should pay him back. I just remember. I will pay you back, my friend.
Hmm.
What else can I show for from test version?
I don't have any idea at the moment.
We are working
We
on.
could show, we could, for example, show what which countries are on their way to are trying
Yeah,
to be active.
you can say that,
But
but I don't think we will add
okay,
any country soon. But yeah, sure, why not? Also, we are just about to say that we are also working on an API that we're improving it a bit. We are
yeah,
making a new category of shouts, which is shouts by citizenship, and we'll make them on a homepage instead of national shouts that are based on your location. We'll have citizenship shouts that are based uh, on your citizenship. We'll have both. With the national shouts based on location will go only to global shouts instead of being on homepage.
well, let's let's. Oh, Next, a question about API
Yes.
from
Yeah.
Koala. Okay, okay. I think if we will show at least some countries which are trying to be activated, then number of viewers will skyrocket. So give me about 2 or 3 minutes to make a simple list.
Okay, I will try to see which other features we can actually say. We are fixing a lot of minor design issues, like font not big enough, font too big, stuff like this. We are actually deploying some fixes on a mobile version. We already have we already deployed ability to remove people from a cabinet. And wow, really nobody wants
Okay.
to join us. That's a shame.
Still, still, Kof, I have prepared the list for the let's let's say there is a little compilation of the vote country activation voting. Of course, players barely alive, so with less than 30 HP, and or banned are not counted into the votes. So, White Walkers, 2 votes. Wow. Even House of Lannister has more. Dano Empire, also 2. Fiji, 6. Wow. But probably players want to know a little more. So, okay, I will reveal top 10 most voted countries if we will have at least 15 viewers. Let's see if you will get be ready to for this achievement.
Well,
You have
once,
5 minutes.
yeah, but I don't really see that happening. So, uh, maybe if nobody wants to join and we have no other real issue to talk about, we are going to add. Wait, let me show you.
Yeah, what we should show.
We are going to add in this list on the drop down of citizen sidebar. We will add armies and parties that you can switch to. It's not really published to test version yet, but we are working on it and it should be ready by next deploy as well. It's something just to make it easier switching to armies and parties if you have access to it. We are also trying to, before next elections that will be in 4 days, presidential party leader elections, we are trying to add only for like the text box, people see like today is election day, don't forget to vote. We are going to have 2 days before the elections saying there will be an election in 2 days. Please don't forget to candidate yourself to the position you want, because people really forget about applying to party leader or even country president. Which to be pretty
But
crazy.
remember, class, sometimes there is a not the person's fault to
Yeah,
not appear on the list.
they need two people. If they don't have two people, maybe they should go back to being wastelands.
Remember about the last situation in Macedonia when in where all the parties had no active leader.
Yeah, but that was that's not our fault. We try to help it out, but if they forget to candidate, we can
Wait,
in one.
the problem is people candidated, but the party leaders went dead.
Ah,
So there was no one to, you know, accept those candidates.
yeah, but we are here for a reason, and if it happens, they should come and talk with us. We try to give them as many warnings as we can. If
Yeah, just
if
inform.
they can't figure it out by themselves, they can just write us a ticket or join Discord and ask us, and we'll find a way to fix it. No, you just lost your
Well,
bet if you don't remember.
maybe. Well, at the moment we have 10 viewers, so
Oh wow.
we wanted 15 to. Actually, I wanted 15 to
Yeah.
show
Who
the
cares
top
for
10.
the point?
So okay.
The point of this is not that we are. We would have this either way, even if we had 0 viewers and people can view it back later on. But
Yeah.
it's fine. It's just if people don't want to participate and at the moment and there are no other questions or other things that we plan to talk about, if we don't remember anything, maybe we should finish it. What do you?
I agree. I definitely agree.
It's been 1 hour. I think it's okay if there's no other questions. The max would be about 1 hour and a half.
Bulato, Bulato begs to count him 5 or 6 times in the viewers counter.
You can say
LOL.
the real countries list.
And but we don't have any right now. Normal questions.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can say
Even Bryce is not trolling.
you can say how many votes we have for each country. It's fine.
Well,
Well,
well, the only thing I will reveal about the top 10 is the best Korea is in top. I don't say how much votes they have, but among the most voted countries, we have New Zealand, we have India, in random order, we have Russia, we have West Korea, we have France, we have Montenegro, we have Canada, Greece, House of Stark, and Germany.
really, I didn't know we had New Zealand.
We have New Zealand.
Yeah, that's nice. I mean, I didn't know they had some actual votes.
Well, actual and real votes, so. The funniest thing is going with the biggest countries though. Because if they will become activated, you probably know what will happen.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Canada and Russia.
Well, Canada and Russia have a history of in vPopulus of never having actually players. So the same happened with Spain. Maybe we had Catalonia instead.
Yeah, we should definitely add Catalonia.
No, that's come on for that's a really tough question.
Oh,
Because
wait,
if we add
well,
Catalonia, we need to have a possibility for Kosovo and a bunch of other countries that have independent regions.
well, Catalonia was independent for 8
8
seconds.
seconds. Yeah, but you know that actually both Portugal and Catalonia were under domain of Spain for a couple of years, and then both countries were the three countries, so Spain, Catalonia, and Portugal. We were in war, all with Spain. So Spain had to choose to focus only in one war, either Portugal or Catalonia, and they chose to focus on the Catalonia war. So I think we were in war with Spain for our independence for about 26 years. And then only after 26 years of war, Spain recognized our independence of Portugal as a country.
I see. History is always funny.
Food for thought. Not
Wow, we
really
are
sure.
already talking for an hour.
Yes. Yeah, for maybe we wrap this up. What do you say?
What can I say more?
Well, it was a pleasure talking with you.
Yeah.
We'll try to have next vPopulus Cafe during vPopulus morning, so Australian players can actually participate in this. The next one we are not sure yet, but the next one should be maybe on the 26th of October, but we'll confirm this date later on. About the future changes, they should be deployed before the weekend starts, so we can test it out on the weekend. No more questions. I liked everyone's questions. There were actually some pretty interesting questions. That's it, guys. Thanks for having us. Thanks for listening to us for an hour.
And thank you for following the development on vPopulus.